Max Verstappen is the most unluckiest driver in 2026. When will the pain stop? Hello and welcome back to Formula One by Iqbal. The Canada Grand Prix is days away now and it's a sprint weekend, so we get a cheeky little extra race in there. And well, it's another race on top of the Grand Prix for something to go wrong for Max Verstappen. Now, if you know, you know, and by looking at what I'm wearing, I am a little bit of a Max Verstappen stan, but this year has been a very difficult watch for us Max Verstappen fans. And yes, I said year and not season because it's not just Formula One. Every series that Max Verstappen has stepped into this year, something has gone wrong. Now, I knew this year was going to be difficult. After watching Max Verstappen win 4 world titles in a row, and so nearly clinched that 5th world title in Abu Dhabi last year. In a new year with the new regulations, I knew things were going to be difficult, especially with Red Bull making their own engine for the first time. I accepted that things were going to be slow and that we had to just hope that improvements would be made throughout the year. I never expected that every time Max Verstappen got out on track, there would be some sort of issue. And let's start with the most recent cursed event, the Nurburgring 24 hours. There's been so much excitement around the 24 hours race this year, from record attendance to 100,000k viewership on every single stream. The Nurburgring 24 hours on its own is such a great event, and I think the Max Verstappen factor this year just added even more eyes to it. And to give you a bit of a background on the race, we had Max Verstappen's team, or Mercedes-AMG Team Verstappen Racing, qualified P4 on the grid for the race. The general rules are the race lasts 24 hours continuously. The cars are entered by the teams in different classes. Most cars have 3 to 5 drivers sharing the car, and drivers rotate throughout the pit stops. The maximum continuous driving per driver is usually 2 to 3 hours, and there are mandatory rest periods between each stint. And things were actually going well for the team. I believe during Max Verstappen's opening stint, he went from P10 to P1, and if you haven't, go find the highlights of those overtakes because some of the overtakes were absolutely insane. Like there's 2 overtakes that come into mind where one of them, he literally goes offline onto the grass to get the overtake done. And then the other one, he's literally airborne. Like you can trust Max Verstappen to go full send no matter the series he's in. And everything was going lovely. The team led for large parts of the race until we hit the last 3 hours of the race. So initially the team reported an ABS/electrical problem on the car. Ultimately, it ended up becoming a drive shaft failure. That ended the team's running 3 hours, 20 minutes from the end. And it was such a shame. Personally for Max Verstappen, if he had won it, he would have only been the 2nd Formula One world champion to win the race after Niki Lauda in 1973. So it's not a normal thing for a Formula One world champion to go and jump into a 24-hour race and not only compete in it, but also win it. And as much of a shame this is, I do think this will only fuel Max Verstappen just to come back and do it again and try and win it. He's proven that he can hang out with the more experienced drivers in this race. So he will be back, and I think he will have another shot at trying to win this race. But that's not the only issue that Max Verstappen has faced this year. At the NLS2, Verstappen Racing actually won the race, but then the team were disqualified for a tyre regulation breach. At the NLS5, the team finished P39 after having another set of car issues. And while it's Formula One season, he's pretty much had issues in every single race. Australia out in Q1, however, he did manage to drive back up to finish P6. China, DNF due to a technical issue on the ERS system. Japan finished P8 in the race. Miami, things actually looked promising when he qualified P2, but then a lap per 1 spin put him down and he could only manage a P5 finish. So pretty much, I don't think Max Verstappen has had a clean session all season. And I've seen people talk about the curse of the number 3, and ever since he's taken Daniel Ricciardo's number 3 and given up his old 33 number, that he's had so much bad luck. And look, I don't really believe in all of that, but right now I am starting to believe it. If I see another issue this week in Canada, I promise you I will start a petition to get Max Verstappen to get rid of that number 3 and change his number mid-season. So it's been really tough watching Max Verstappen so far this year. I think GT-wise, it's been really good watching Max Verstappen show off his talent in another racing series, and I do think he's just been really unlucky with some of the issues he's had there. Formula One wise, look, it was always going to be a difficult year. Brand new year, brand new regulation, brand new engine. It was always going to be tough at the beginning, but to be positive, apparently Red Bull do have the 2nd best engine, whether we want to believe those rumors or not. And they have proved at Miami that if they can just strip that weight back, that car looks so much more better. So I'm going to be positive. In at least Formula One, I do think we will see the best of Max Verstappen very, very soon. And I will even put a time on it. Apparently at Austria is when Red Bull will finally hit that minimum weight. The second half of the season, I think will be much, much better for Max Verstappen and Red Bull. I hope. So is he cursed? Is he unlucky? I think Max Verstappen has just been very, very unlucky this year. And I think as Max Verstappen fans, we may just need to endure a little bit more pain this year. But I truly, truly believe that at some point this year, we will see Max Verstappen at the top of the podium. But get in the comments and you let me know, do you think we will see Max Verstappen win a race this year, and will his bad luck end? Thank you for watching. As ever, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't so you don't miss a single video. And I will see you very, very soon.